Ho, 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 and welcome to Between the Shelves. Thanks, Santa. This is your host. This is your host, Alex.
Wow, he left so quick. Where'd he go?
It's busy time of year.
Yeah. Busy guy. Thanks for stopping by.
Wow. What do you say after a presence like that?
The premier Save a Library podcast. What else can you say?
What else can you say? I am joined this week by Tori, of course. Welcome, Tori.
Ho, ho, ho.
Are you ready?
I'm not going to do that.
And the head of adult services, Steph. Hi, Steph.
Hi, Alex and Tori.
Welcome back. Ho, ho, ho.
And a ho, ho, ho.
All right, get out of here, Santa. Oh, boy. So, Tori, why don't you set us up for what we're getting into today?
We have created the most official and qualified ranking system ever attempted before to put these in the categories they belong to tell the people whether they need to watch them or not. And our categories are, at the very top, Silver and Gold / Sleigh Queen, which is our very favorites, the must-watches, Christmas Classics, which is worth a watch. You don't have to, but you should. Misfit Movies, which is
Diehards.
Oddballs.
Yes. If you like it, you'll watch it. And then at the very bottom, Ho Ho Horrible.
Mm-hmm. Which is hard pass.
Hard pass. Skip those.
So are we going to go through these chronologically?
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to start with 1964's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Okay.
What do we have to say about Rudolph? And keep in mind, we have a lot of movies to go through, so if we want to get out of here in under an hour, let's keep it tight and bouncy.
Okay, let me go first then. I don't like it.
Wow. I like this one quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, when I had these ranked, it was my number one.
Before you even watched it?
No.
From watching, you said.
From watching. This was my number one Rankin & Bass of all time. It's a classic.
Number two? Was my number two?
It's up there for you.
Sorry for that.
For me, this would go in Ho Horrible, which I know now I will be
That's crazy.
out. Well, let me tell you.
All right.
It's not good. There's too much going on in this movie. The one thing I do like, I like Burl Ives, but I don't need to watch this movie to hear him sing Christmas songs. Mm-hmm. It's very boring, and there's too much happening. There's too many characters. And
it's boring, and there's too much happening.
Isn't that incredible? I fell asleep watching it.
Well,
I can't wait to hear your opinions on some of these other movies then.
So there is some stuff so you like Burl Ives singing, but one of my notes was Silver and Gold has nothing to do with the plot. It's they just need to throw in another song. So I feel like
that happens a lot in
product
these movies,
of its time. That it's just a special for TV when there wasn't a lot on TV.
I prefer the throwing in a classic song than retrofitting the plot of the special to fit a existing song.
Well, that's kind of what this was, though. And then
that's what they all are.
But I have some backstory on that because the DVD I watched had some special features, including an interview with Rankin himself. The reason why they made this in the first place was because his neighbor, where he lived in, I think, the village in the city,
to be a dentist,
was the writer of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And so he's like, we should do this thing. And that's how it came about.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes that's the only way this could have ever been made, I think.
But I think sometimes with the original songs is where they go wrong. And in this one in particular, the only one I can remember that's not a pre-existing song is Annoying. And it's, why am I such a misfit? I don't like that song.
I'm doing the jig right now.
You're doing the jig.
Why is it such a misfit?
This movie is... I think this is on the Mount Rushmore of Christmas specials. This is an all-timer. What are we talking about here? The Abominable Snowman, Cornelius, the Skinny Santa. We love Skinny Santa.
The rest.
The rest. The bullying of a small child. We love it all.
So I do have to say, some of the plot points are rough. A lot of people are mean. Yeah. Santa's even kind of mean. Donner's a jerk. But I think I appreciate it from a filmmaking standpoint. The stop motion animation aspect of it, I think, is just so much fun. The crazy characters. I love Yukon Cornelius. He's ridiculous. And the Bumble. And it's horrible what they do to the Bumble. So much stuff is problematic plot-wise. the Rudolph's mom is just named Mrs. Donner.
I have a note here. Who is Rudolph's mom?
Mrs. Donner. Like, it makes no sense. Donner, are they the Donner family?
The Donner Party.
Is Donner's name Donner? Like, why is she Mrs. Donner?
Look, it was the 60s.
But
Come on.
I still love it.
Okay, I have one other note about this, that now that we've discussed the parentage of Rudolph, it's a big question. So Donner is like teaching them all how to fly or whatever, and that's his dad. But then during that scene, Santa comes and he's like, stop being mean to Rudolph, which is like the one nice thing he does in this movie. And then as soon as Santa walks away, Donner says, from now on, we won't let him join in any reindeer games. That's your kid.
Yeah, Donner's a monster.
What's going on?
This movie's well-rounded. It's got everything.
Mean reindeer, mean Santa, mean humans.
Mm-hmm. Mean elf
Checks
foreman.
off all the boxes.
Like, why can't what's his name just be a dentist? Like, why are they gonna be so mean to him about
they eat
wanting
candy
to be a
all the
dentist?
time? There's got to be a
There's a need
huge
for it.
demand for net dentistry.
I think when it comes down to it, this is not one that I watched a ton as a kid, so I just don't have that connection with it. And so as an adult, I'm like, what's going on? This isn't for me.
We got to move on.
Yes.
But here's my final pitch. This is the longest running Christmas special of all time. It's just a classic. It's iconic. It's the first to do the stop motion animation in the Christmas specials. It launched. We wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for this. What are we talking about?
We would not be alive if it wasn't for this special.
This is the only thing keeping me going every day.
So can we agree that it can go in Christmas classic?
No,
then?
this is
I would put
such
it in
silver and gold.
I guess because it's got the
You're
song
out.
in
You're
it.
outvoted. We gotta move on.
All right.
Yeah.
So the next one we all watched was The Little Drummer Boy, 1968. What do we think about The Little Drummer Boy?
Let me get to my notes.
Shall I start then?
Yes.
I loved it.
Wow.
What?
I liked this a lot.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, this has elements of it that reminded me of Fiddler on the Roof.
Yeah.
Fiddler on the Roof is my favorite musical. So that part I liked of it. When I ranked these, this was number 10 of 19, so it was right in the middle of the pack. There are parts of it I like.
Good.
Oh yeah, I put mine right in the middle.
Yeah, it's pretty middling for me. Again, a very mean one.
Yes, very mean.
Very angry.
That's a
It
vibe.
didn't give me Christmas vibes.
And not even just mean, but cruel.
Yeah.
Like when the guy sells his camel out from under the little drummer boy, and the camel's like one of his only friends in this world. It was upsetting to see.
Yeah. So when Donner does it, it's a problem.
And when this guy does it, it's also a problem.
It's a classic for you. I don't know.
I'm not saying it's a classic. I'm just saying I thought it was, for what it is, I thought it was good.
Is it?
It's a relaxing movie.
Yeah, I looked up some other people's rankings of Rankin and Bass, and this one was usually pretty higher up. But I just disagree. I think I would put this in Misfit, but
I would too. I don't think it's exactly a classic.
it's very like biblical.
It is.
It is, and it's rough. It's like like the kid gets kidnapped.
Yeah. Well, first his parents die in a fire.
Yeah.
They're killed.
Or they send him off. That was
sacrifice
unclear.
him because their house is raided.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's also like I feel like a lot of problematic characters with accents and
But it's
things.
got Jose Ferrer in it. Big star casting.
And actually, the fiddler, I actually made a note that they're trying to get a fiddler vibe with some of the music, but it doesn't come close.
People love Fiddler. We can get them on board.
They just brought Tevye out, in the middle.
This was chasing the Fiddler mania that was happening at the
riding on
time.
its coattails.
Fiddler mania.
Yeah.
I have one note of story-wise that I want to point out. Imagine playing some drums for a newborn baby. Like, he goes to the nativity, the baby just came out, and the three wise men say, go, play him your drums to get him to do a favor for you. And he goes and smashes these drums right next to an infant's.
Yeah. And a woman that just gave birth.
Yeah.
She must
And they
have
loved
loved
it.
it.
The baby granted a magical wish.
Little Drummer Boy is one of my least favorite Christmas songs for that exact reason. If
children,
somebody
you're like,
was
if
playing
anyone-
a snare drum in the hospital at St. Charles after either of my children were born, I would have thrown them out the window. That is not something that anyone wants.
I think the vagueness of the song allows for some interpretation of, like, maybe he did it in an annoying way. He's just, in the distance. But in this movie, he walked up to the baby and...
I always envision him being like right there in the manger playing the drum. It's a sweet song. It's like, this is a poor kid that has nothing but
I am a
his
poor
music.
boy too.
And this is what I could give to you. I get the sentiment behind it, practicality.
And it really
of
gets the
is-
message of things in exchange for other things at Christmas. He can't just be granted this wish. He must give him music. Or else.
Where do we rank this one?
Misfit.
I give it a misfit.
Okay, great.
Sad.
All right, next we come to another famous Rankin and Bass film, Frosty the Snowman, 1969.
Okay, so can I go first? Because I don't have
Please.
much to say. I feel like everyone's supposed to love this movie,
Ooh,
but
I love
it's
this.
No.
it's never been one of my favorites. It is like, it's boring to me, and I fell asleep 3 times trying to rewatch it in like a half hour.
For in a 20-minute movie, that's all. That's
It's never been one of my favorites, and I've always kind of thought Frosty was annoying.
I think Frosty...
Happy birthday!
I think he's adorable. I think that his voice, done by Jackie Vernon, is endearing. Just his childlike wonder, I think, is just very, like, sweet to watch.
I don't know. I feel like some things he's like, I don't know, I was just born.
Yeah,
but then
yeah,
he's like,
yeah.
hey, let's go into town. Like, he knows things, but he doesn't
So I have a
know
note
other
here. It
things.
says, how does Frosty know about thermometers and temperatures when he was just born? And then, but he doesn't know what lampposts and traffic lights are.
Exactly.
Immediately after. But it's sweet.
Oh, pick a lane, Frosty.
So I had this one very highly ranked for me. I think it is a classic. It has good songs. The animation is one of the better non-stop motion films that they make.
It's got Jimmy Durante.
Yeah, I
narrating.
don't really love Jimmy Durante.
Wow, jeez.
Yeah, and
I think the songs carry a lot of the weight for this movie, though.
Sure.
I do think Frosty is irritating, and when we bring up some of his later films, I rank them very low. Spoiler, but I think this one does have to.
and also I don't know because I didn't rewatch the whole thing through, but isn't it just the one song that they just sing in pieces throughout the movie?
Probably. It's
I think they just separate it.
I believe there are some other songs in there.
I don't remember.
Also,
they're
he's-
so memorable.
Yeah. He's also the fastest belly whopper in the world. I feel like we should give him some credit for that.
I'm ready to put this one as a classic, maybe not silver and gold.
I think it's definitely... I think it should be silver and gold, but since we're a group of 3, that's...
Where are we at? So I
Well, actually, no, you guys maybe put Rudolph in classic. I think that we should put Frosty up there, too. Especially because they became co-stars.
where do you land, Steph?
So on my personal ranking, it's low, but for the general public, I would rank it high because it's like it is a classic Christmas movie.
Yeah.
I feel like people should see it.
I'm fine with
So
it being a sleigh queen,
One
I
of the
think it's a
top
Sleigh
2.
Queen.
otherwise known as a silver and gold.
We should have 3 names for every category.
Maybe it's really a bronze.
This is still makes more sense than our previous ranking episode where we all used 3 different
For Saw?
criteria.
It worked out. I do want to point out, because there's a callback to this movie that we're going to see in a later movie that I was confused about because I didn't watch them in order. There's a kid in this movie who wants to name Frosty Oatmeal, and I think we will be revisiting that in a few years.
He's got oatmeal for his brain, so kind of makes sense.
He has oatmeal for a brain?
You know, like his brain is like mush.
That happens in a Wizard of Oz book. There's a character that has a brain made of oatmeal.
Oh no, really?
Yes.
Well, we'll get to Wizard of Oz later.
We will.
Yeah.
That's why I bring it up.
All right, so Frosty goes in silver and gold /
Sleigh Queen.
Oh.
He's back.
He's just checking in.
I'm just coming in town. Because that's the next
That's
film,
the-
1970s. Santa Claus is coming to town. I think this is the first time I've ever seen this one, surprisingly.
Really?
I liked it a lot. Fred Astaire. Mickey Rooney's back again for more Mickey Rooney-ness. I liked the setup of it, where like the mailman's answering letters from like to Santa.
What a wonderful framing device.
Yes. Great intro.
A lot of them have, like, I noticed a pattern. A lot of them start with like news story montage and often incorporate like real humans.
Yeah.
And then it's like all of a sudden we're in animation land.
This one also has an overture, which I really like. We don't get enough of that because the music in some of these is very beautiful. Like the instrumentals, not always the words, but this has so many good songs in it. The First Toy Maker to the King, One Foot in Front of the Other. Like,
It's got one of the best character names ever. Burgermeister Meister Burger.
in the
Glad you didn't say Dingle Kringle.
close second in the Frankenstein Universal movies, a lot of them take place in Europe, and there are characters in every one that's named a Burgomeister, and I did not know. I saw this movie first.
Title, yeah.
It's like a
I
Burgermeister,
didn't know that.
but it's a real thing. It's like a political position in a town. So the Meisterburger's a real high up guy.
Didn't know that.
I like this one. The restoration I watched of it on the Rankin and Bass Blu-ray collection was very good. It looked like one of the better ones. I don't know. I like it.
Were they in the standard screen format? Because when I tried to stream,
It wasn't stretched. It was 4
Little
by...
Drummer Boy was stretched on Hulu, and I had to like turn it off and pop it in DVD because it was unnatural.
Yeah, no, these were the right aspect ratio.
I do want to say briefly, because the other ones I think were a little self-explanatory, but for listeners who may not have watched these, this one is the story of how Santa Claus came to be Santa Claus, from being found as a little baby and then growing up with some elves, and then it explains all of his lore. Like, he learned to laugh from seals, and his family is all elves. And
So that brings up an interesting point. I'm sorry to step over you. I wish Rankin and Bass, and this is a criticism I have with a lot of their later stuff, I wish they just stuck to like one canon, because it gets very confusing later on when they've like rewritten Santa's backstory for the 4th time, and you're like, what's going on now?
I have a theory about this, though. I think that there is a Rankin Bass cinematic universe that is the main timeline, and that's Mickey Rooney Santa, and then especially the Life and Adventures of Santa Claus that's based on like a whole other thing. I don't think that's the same Santa Claus, but I think everything else is, because that's why they kept getting Mickey Rooney. This is my truth.
I don't know. I
This
do agree
is
with
my
Alex,
truth.
where it's it was like the more I watched, the more I was like, well, this is really out there. For they tried. To
I can't. Let's not. We're getting ahead of ourselves.
Okay,
Because
fine.
I have a lot of thoughts.
But I
about
did
this.
this one, when I watched this one, it was very obvious like how much Elf is one of my favorite Christmas movies of all time. Like how much Elf has drawn off of these Christmas movies, because this was probably like the 4th one I had watched at this point, and I was just like, it made me appreciate Elf more, because it pulled some of the stuff from
Elvis
like
Tori hasn't seen
the plot, points and the animations. Yeah, and you haven't seen Elf?
I have not.
Oh,
All right, where do we
Anyway.
put Santa Claus is coming to town?
I think this has to be at least a Christmas classic.
I would say classic. Okay, nice. Our first one in the classic category. All right, moving on. The next one is The Year Without Santa Claus, 1974. What do we think about The Year Without Santa Claus?
It was the year without a Santa Claus. I love this movie.
I do really like this one. I think Santa's so relatable in this, where he's just like,
No thanks.
yeah,
Burnt out.
Yeah, I just need a break. I'm gonna take a nap. And then Mrs. Claus is like, okay, I'll handle everything. And then she gets like laughed at and is like, well, I guess I won't.
Which could have solved the entire
Yeah.
movie. She's like, I'll just do it.
Yeah, and then they were like, oh, you're in the Santa suit? That's silly. And she's like, yeah, you're right.
How dare I?
I'll go back to the kitchen.
But yeah, I thought Santa was really relatable in this.
I wrote
Yeah.
that this was the story of Santa having seasonal depression.
So, what me remembering this from my childhood, I thought he was sick, and that's why he couldn't do it.
He is.
He is sick for the first Christmas, and then he decides to take the second Christmas off, and you realize he's not ill. He's manic depressive.
He's mentally ill.
He's doing
Yes.
that. I can't
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
I can't
It's
go
like,
to
Santa,
school.
you haven't got out of bed in
It's
370 days. No, I just need a little time
He
to
needed
rest.
a mental health day. It happens.
I think this has to instantly be Sleigh Queen because of Heat Miser and Snow Miser.
Yes.
It has to. The cultural impact of them has overridden this movie, whether you like it or
Not
not.
a day goes by that we don't talk about them.
Yeah.
Also, Blue Christmas is in this.
It is, crazily.
Yeah, good songs.
And Anyone Can Be Santa, which is the song she sings before they laugh her out of...
Right. She does a little soft
Out of the
shoe.
North Mm-hmm.
And Here Comes Santa Claus and Sleigh Ride. Like, it's got an excellent soundtrack.
Okay, quick thoughts. I don't disagree that this is a Sleigh Queen, but Jingle and Jangle are two of the worst characters in the entire Rankin and Bass oeuvre.
They're so foolish.
They're so bad.
They put,
also,
they put socks on a reindeer's antlers, and everyone thinks it's a dog.
Does that say... That says a lot about everybody else.
The dog catcher says that's a dog.
Also, the model of the police officer that arrests them has like of warts on his chin. Did you catch that?
No.
Oh man, and seeing it in HD was disturbing. I don't know what it was supposed to look like, but it was very
Showing
weird.
children that people come in all shapes and sizes.
Yeah, not everyone has great skin, Alex.
Thank you. And I will say that this movie, I tried to watch as many of these as I could with my kids, and this is one of the few that actually held their attention. So that's like a big, like, thumbs up, a credit to this movie.
Does anybody else think the Snow Miser kind of gives Jeff Goldblum vibes a little bit?
I think Jeff Goldblum could play that character, could fit in that role very, very nicely. Yeah. Maybe like John Goodman as the Heat Miser.
Oh, maybe. Or Danny DeVito. They did make a live-action version of this, and I don't remember who played them. It could have been Danny DeVito.
I didn't know that happened.
It did. We don't have to talk about it.
Okay, go on.
One more. There's a great joke in here, and by great, I'm using the word great very loosely. The Snow Miser, somebody says, Santa has a bad cold, and the Snow Miser says, he should have come to see me. I could have given him a good one. And that's just an example of how good this
You couldn't even finish the sentence.
I laughed at it. I laughed out loud.
I think you laughed at your own joke. All right, I like this one. Let's put it in Sleigh Queen.
Sleigh Queen.
All right, next up we have the same year, 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, still 1974. All right, I'm gonna get my opinion out on this one quickly. I hate this movie.
You hate it.
This is my lowest ranked movie.
Wait.
And I know that's a controversial opinion. It's 2D animation, not stop motion. It's not good 2D animation. The songs are terrible.
What?
And I don't like Vengeful Santa. He's too, like, petty.
That's true.
Yeah, Santa is mean, but he's mean in a lot of their movies.
So. Maybe, what if this is taking place during the same timeline? Because it's the same year. So what if this is Year Without a Santa Claus Santa right before he is like, I'm done.
Yeah, this was like his last year before
he said, you know what? I can't do it.
They're like, maybe Santa does need a break.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts on it. I don't think I even finished it. If I'm being
25 minutes long.
Look, I had to crank out 19 of these movies.
This is one of my favorite Christmas movies ever. The songs are amazing, so I have to disagree with you there, Alex. This is one of the ones that growing up, you didn't necessarily always get to see these things every year on TV, I feel like, back in the day. So if we caught this one, it was like, wow, it's on again. Yes. And then eventually we were able to get it on like VHS at the library. But yeah, this is one of my absolute favorites. The story is a little bit
nonsensical.
Yeah, but most of them are.
It is.
I do love that they read the poem throughout the movie, so it's kind of incorporated. It's like just barely incorporated into the poem, but I always loved the poem.
I said that this one ranks high for me because it has an original story. Like, a lot of the other ones, they're taking an already established concept and expanding it, but this they had to like make something up, which I liked a lot. I think there's a lot of quotables in it. There's a lot of funny lines. Like, this clock will make Santa Claus our friend again. That's very funny. And also, it has Joel Grey in it, who does a really fantastic voiceover job, I think.
He does. You're right. That was one of my notes.
This was not a nostalgic one really for me. I remembered it as I watched it, but I also think you said the animation was not the best quality, but it was very quintessential 70s animation, which is a thing I'm really into. So these were all pluses for me.
The Santa is really weird looking too. Like, I don't know why they went with he doesn't look the same as everyone else in the movie. Yeah, and the nose too, just like giant circles. I did make a note that I think this was the first film where there was like some diversity in the town.
I wrote, love the inclusion of a black family throughout the story. And Alex doesn't like this movie. How interesting.
I think I just also really got a kick out of like the towns, like the people that run the town are like classic politicians.
Citizen, they're not allowed in here. This is public property.
Yeah. And they just make bad decisions and like
for no reason.
Yeah.
Look, I'm happy being wrong about this one.
Okay.
What is it, a classic? Or...
I think it could be a misfit movie just because it's not one of the heavy hitters, but I think it is good.
It's Steph's favorite
It's
movie.
My favorite one. I would say everyone has to see it at least once.
It's its own tier above.
Make their own decisions.
Steph's picks.
I did get my nephew to sit through it, even though he wanted to watch Blippi instead.
Wow.
He watched the whole thing with me, so that says something.
I have a very anti-Blippi stance, so I'm happy to hear that.
Blanty. So this is
I would put it with a classic.
Let's put it in Christmas classic.
I would put it as silver and gold, but
We gotta even out the.
nothing's a hard pass yet. Oh, horrible.
Well, we're getting there.
Okay,
Trust
what's
me, we're
next?
getting there. All right, next up is 1975's The First Christmas, The Story of the First Christmas Snow. I think I'm the only one who saw
I did
this,
not
right?
see this one.
You get to decide.
All right.
What's this about?
So
The First Christmas, duh.
So it's about, if I remember it correctly, it's about a boy who's blinded. His family's killed, and he's blinded in the he's struck by lightning, I think, which is an unusual way to go blind. Anyways, he's adopted by like a nunnery, I think, and yeah, that's about all I remember about it.
Is it stop motion? Is this animated?
It is stop motion. It's done well. The stop motion's pretty good. It's a kind of like the Drummer Boy, where it has like a very Christian themes and not about like gift giving and commercialism stuff. Not like Santa's not really featured at all, I don't think. It had nice lessons. It was like very wholesome, heartwarming, which is not, fun.
Yeah, your tone and the words that you're saying are incongruous, I feel.
Was I looking at my phone many times while watching this? Yes, I was.
Would you watch it again?
No, I won't.
I won't. That's a promise.
I wouldn't go as far as to say it's ho horrible.
We got to put something down there.
We're getting to the ho
Diehards
horrible.
have to, would you insist that I watch it one time?
I wouldn't insist it, but I think you would. I think there is stuff to enjoy in it. It's a lot like another movie that we haven't.
So it's like
yet.
It's like on this cross the line.
I did do that when we did one of the other rankings. I put something on a line.
I'm gonna say misfit. It's a misfit movie.
All right.
It's a good movie. But it just doesn't. When you think Rankin and Bass, you're thinking like talking whatever, like animals and things like that, and it's not. It's not that.
It's not fun.
It's not fun.
And what is the name of this movie?
It's just called The First Christmas. All right, moving on. 1976, Frosty's Winter Wonderland.
Oh boy.
I dislike this movie.
It's nice and short. I'll give it that.
Yep. It's basically The Bride of Frankenstein.
Frosty must have a wife.
It introduces Jack Frost as a character, but he's a dick.
Yeah, he's insane.
He's like an evil leprechaun.
Yeah.
I didn't like that at all. Parson Brown makes an appearance.
He's finally here.
But then the Parson's like, "Oh, I'm not a snow person."
Yeah, he's
Parson.
It was a crazy take. You guys aren't real Christians. I can't marry you. You're made of snow.
I can't marry your kind.
I didn't like that either. No. I didn't get what this movie was trying to tell me.
Well, it was also weird that like the kids and Frosty build the lady snowman and then name her, and Frosty's like, "Well, I guess she's all right." Like,
I thought he loved it, didn't he?
She's not magic. She'll do. And then she turns magic.
I think it's even weirder that they're like, so Frosty's kind of sad. What does he need?
A wife.
He needs to be married.
Then they get married right away. There was no courtship.
Shotgun wedding.
Yeah. I'd say this is horrible. Yes. If anything, so far is going to go in that category.
It's that. I think especially one thing, I love basing my opinions of these a little bit off of the narrators. Some of them are good, some of them aren't so good. The drawing of Andy Griffith, who is the narrator, is grotesque.
He looked a little bit like Dennis Quaid to me. I'm like, who is this supposed to be?
It looks simultaneously exactly like him and also horrifyingly grotesque.
Yeah. And
that is horrible.
I did have to look it up because I didn't know it was Andy Griffith while I was watching it.
All right,
moving on. Now we're going to jump ahead to 1977's Nestor, the Long-Eared Christmas Donkey. I watched this for the first time yesterday, as a matter of fact.
This past yesterday.
I always avoided this movie because I thought it was Dominic the Christmas Donkey.
Are they not related?
They are not.
Interesting.
Which I was pleasantly surprised when I started watching this, because I hate Dominic the Donkey. It's the worst song.
Oh, that was always a classic in my house.
Get him out of here. I would kick him out in the cold. Did anyone else see Nestor?
No.
Nestor's great.
Oh.
It's really good.
That's not where it sounded like he was going. No. What is it?
It's like a darker, sadder version of Rudolph.
A gritty Rudolph.
So Nestor has these long ears. Well, first of all, the setup.
Oh, I know him.
The setup is great because it's Oh man, I forgot his name. Snow something or other. It's like his great grandson telling the story of Nestor, like going back and I forget his name. Whatever. Anyways, he's like Santa's donkey, and Nestor's like his ancestor. So he's going back and telling like the story of Nestor, who's like around the biblical era times. So Nestor, he's mistreated just like Rudolph. It has like that classic Disney movie like first act where like the mother dies. So you have like sympathy for this character. But it has like this great heartwarming story about like friendship and family, found family and acceptance. And yeah, it's just very heartwarming. It's great. It's stop motion animation. It looks great. The songs are really good. This one was great. This one is at least worth a watch. It was a surprise
I can believe
win.
that. It says here that it's Santa Claus's donkey telling the story of his ancestor.
Yeah,
that's cute. So this is a Christmas classic.
And speaking of narrators, Roger Miller is the narrator. He's my favorite narrator of anyone.
Really? So we would like recognize his
It's like
voice?
a very like folksy country sort of narration to it, and it blends very well with the songs. Like
the song it's based on is by Gene Autry, so this is like country Rankin and Bass.
I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Okay.
The animations can be a tiny bit crude, but I think it makes up for it with the amount of characters that are on screen being animated at once, and it's cleverly directed and edited. I think it works. I think I would put it even as high as Silver and Gold, but I know, but I won't do that. I'll
crazy. You're the only
I'll
one
do
voting
Christmas
here.
classic. I'll do
Okay.
Christmas classic.
Did we mess up by not watching Nestor? Wow.
Maybe I'll go back and watch it.
Maybe.
All right, Nestor is going in Christmas classic.
We should mention, Alex, the DVD set or Blu-ray set you've been watching. That's part of our collection.
Yep. It has all of them except Santa Baby.
Which is like I think only
Which is
streamable on
questionable.
YouTube. Yeah.
But that's how I watched it on YouTube.
Yeah, so you can check that out with your Sable Library card.
Yeah, in glorious HD restoration. Okay, moving on to next year's The Stingiest Man in Town. No one watched this? Okay. This one was hard to find. It's basically a retelling of A Christmas Carol, but with Walter Matthau as Scrooge. So
okay.
If you like Walter Matthau, like everyone should, it's great. He does a good Scrooge. The animation sucks. It's so bad. But
Stop motion?
No, it's 2D animation.
They need to stay away, I think, from the 2D. They're much better at the stop motion.
Definitely.
So the animation studio that does all the productions was a Japanese studio.
Yeah, they worked with a few Japanese studios. One of them it was Topcraft, who ends up becoming Studio Ghibli. So if you watch our anime episodes, you know all about Studio Ghibli. In any case, this one, I mean, it's the Christmas Carol. You know the story. The animation's terrible, but the story's there. Like all the beats of the story are there, and it's Walter Matthau.
But if you already have a Christmas Carol that you have as part of your repertoire, is this a necessary addition?
Absolutely not.
Oh.
No, this is a misfit, or I could even see it being in Ho Ho Horrible. But I just love Walter Matthau, and I love A Christmas Carol, the story of A Christmas Carol. So
it's up to you.
I'm gonna put it in misfit.
Stingy. What's next?
You know what? Maybe this one should go in Ho Ho Horrible.
Really?
Yeah.
You just said a lot of good things about it.
I know. Well, I really just said Walter Matthau over and over again.
I was going to say, doesn't Walter Matthau deserve to be a misfit? Okay.
We'll see. Oh, I might change as we see I might balance it out.
Check in
a
at the end of the
little bit.
episode, listeners.
Okay, moving on to Rudolph and Frosty's Christmas in July. Was this the full featured film?
It sure is.
This was rough.
I didn't watch the whole thing. I had to tap out.
I did not either.
And I was excited about it because I saw in the credits that Ethel Merman was in it, and I couldn't even stick around for her.
I did, and Ethel Merman goes hard.
Really?
She does not hold back for a moment. She is belting in this.
Who is she in it?
I don't even.
What's it
even tell
about?
you.
I couldn't tell what was happening. He has children now. Frosty has children. Millie and Chili.
They were talking about how Rudolph's nose magic happens. I saw that part.
So yeah, so this movie rewrites a lot of Rudolph's backstory, and if it is in the same universe in Tori's whatever with like Rudolph, it completely changes his backstory. It makes no sense. Like he gets it like a magical gift when he's born, so it makes the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer not make any sense.
Yeah, and he could have stopped it just by doing one bad thing. He could have made his nose stop glowing. And
so it's a punishment?
No, it's like a
it wasn't
gift
supposed
given
to be
by
a
like
gift.
the gods.
But then like there's always like a wizard warlock or something. That guy's mad at him.
That's where this movie goes so wrong. First of all, it should never have been a movie. This should have been a 30-minute special like everything else. They're just trying so desperately to make Lord of the Rings, and like it makes no sense.
And they did make Lord of the Rings.
I know.
There was one that
Maybe
I had a
this is how
note that was like,
yeah,
it's...
What a cast on this.
This is like crazy. It's like the Avengers of the Rankin and Bass universe. Like all the characters start coming in. They're tying in backstories to like, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, they start adding too much.
It's way too much.
And then I did stop watching it at a point. It was like they're trying to turn Rudolph evil.
One thing I did like about it is they like, in trying to tie all the movies together, they kind of create this character who's like the Emperor Palpatine of the Rankin and Bass universe, who's like this evil character who's pulling all the strings behind all of the movies. Like he's like this ultimate evil.
Was that the wizard
kind of
warlock guy?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Which was kind of interesting.
Winter warlock.
There's like a Sauron character too, who's like this, like an ethereal sort of thing that like lives in the mountain. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I called it Olmec,
yeah, exactly.
From Legends of the Hidden Temple.
It's like another layer of evil. That's like
There was a lot happening.
It's
for
trying
Christmas.
to be Lord of the Rings, and it's just not Christmas at all. I don't know. Oh, there's even seeing stones like in Lord of the Rings. See, like they have like magical seeing stones, like the Palantir.
So you know what we really like? We made this other movie. We think there's some really good stuff in there. Let's
add a little Lord of the
do
Rings
a mashup.
flair.
The animation's great though. I mean, it looks good. I just wish it made any amount of sense. But like, who is this for? Like, kids could not keep up with this. I could barely keep up with it, and I like this kind of stuff. Like,
I thought it was unfortunate that it was this long, and when I watched Frosty's Winter Wonderland, where they establish his wife, I thought that was too short for the amount of things that they decided to do in it. It seems like sometimes they can't strike the balance of enough content and enough length. Because you're right, this is too long for the kids who are watching all the other stuff.
yeah.
Like, if you watch 25-minute Frosty and you're 5 years old, you're like, okay, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to sit through this long, confusing Ethel Merman movie.
It's way too long. It's criminally long. No kid can tolerate the length of it, and no one older than a kid would enjoy it. So this has to be horrible.
This is horrible.
Horrible.
Yes.
I just can't abide anything with Rudolph at this point. I don't like him, so I think I was predisposed to hate it anyway. All right.
Jack Frost.
He's nipping at our noses.
I might have a controversial opinion on this one, in that I love it. What do you think, Steph? Tori, you didn't see it, right?
I did not watch it.
So I lost interest in this one. It was too long. It was weird. There's like a singing groundhog for some reason. Like,
yeah.
there's always going to be like some weird
Played by
backstory.
Buddy Hackett.
Yeah. Yeah. I do love Buddy Hackett. It's like, oh, Buddy Hackett.
My note is, how does he keep getting cast in musicals? He cannot sing.
He doesn't need to sing. He's just got a great voice. Yeah, so it's not a Christmas movie. It's about winter, I guess.
Yeah, it's a winter movie. That's a good note.
It was kind of weird. It's like Jack Frost wants to be human because he likes a chick and he's magical, but then he's like, I'm not going to be magical just so I can hang out with that girl. And then things happen, go bad. I don't know. I lost interest. It was too long.
That's fair. It is too long.
It's 48 minutes.
I think the animation is really good in this one. The stop motion animation. It's kind of like a Beauty and the Beast sort of story almost, or Shape of Water, but told from the monster's perspective.
The original Shape of Water.
Which I like. Is it a Christmas story? No. But as a movie, I think it works really well. And I really like the villain in this one, who's like what is he, like a Cossack or a Russian, or I don't even know.
Kubla Kraus.
Yes. He has this cool army of robots which look cool. Do they have anything to do with Christmas? No.
No.
But they look cool. Like, you didn't like his robot horse? Come on.
No.
So I know that I've seen this movie before. I didn't rewatch it for this, but you listing these things is none of them are ringing a single bell.
So
a robot horse.
Okay, how about robot puppet that he talks to?
there's robots for a reason. There's also there's the mythical creatures that it was all overly elaborate with how winter is made, where it's
I didn't like
there's
that
a
part of
snowflake maker, and then there's gypsies that throw the snowflakes, and then there's a guy that makes
too
hail,
it's
and
too
it's
granular.
all right, we get it, but
Yeah,
what
it's
does this have to do
it
with
becomes
anything?
like Hercules, where they go up to this Olympus sort of area, and there's a god for everything, but it's so granular.
Yes.
We're I'm the god of snowflakes, and I'm the god of hail. It's we couldn't be the same character.
I'm the girl that makes cold.
Yeah.
It's all right.
I didn't like that. I agree. I did not like that. But I don't know. I like him as a character in this one. He's so much better than in whatever the Frosty was or
Frosty's
whatever.
Winter Wonderland, which is weird that it's a different Jack Frost.
Yeah.
Because we have established that this is the Rankin Bass cinematic universe. Is this before he turns into that guy? What happens?
Maybe they're just cousins with the same name.
Spoiler alert for the end of this movie, he doesn't get his love interest in the end, which again, I think it's just a very good story. Would a kid like this? Probably not. But because it doesn't wrap up in everyone hugging in the end and getting rained on with presents. So I don't know. I liked it. I would say Christmas classic
I think so.
or misfit.
I
If I could be out, I could be out.
Because it's not Christmas.
It's not Christmas. You're right.
We should change it from Christmas classic to winter classic. Because the point of all of them isn't that it's Christmas. Not everyone celebrates Christmas, but they can watch these movies.
All right. So we're putting it in
I put it in classic.
classic. Okay. That's fine. Let's leave it there. All right, moving on. Wow, we're almost at the end already.
They stopped doing a lot. They stopped making movies eventually.
We start making big jumps in time soon. So the next one we're going to talk about is The Leprechaun's Christmas Gold, 1981. Look,
I don't think we're going to talk about that.
Look,
Did you watch that?
I watched it last year. That's when I said we should do this. I said we gotta not talk about this movie, but
We're
it must
talking
it must
about
be
it.
acknowledged.
it's not good.
It's I would say horrible.
I would say it's horrible.
It's horrible. Barely about Christmas.
Barely.
Very much about leprechauns.
Yes, it's very Leprechaun forward, and I don't like it.
So the plot that I remember, a guy goes to an island where there are a bunch of leprechauns, and there's gold, and one guy's in charge of guarding the gold, and he falls asleep, and then there's a witch, a lonely
A
witch.
banshee or something?
She's a banshee.
Yeah.
And she's trying to do something. She was trapped in a tree. They let her out by accident.
Yeah, you can tell this one really sunk in with me because I'm just nodding my head.
And this is
yeah.
my memory from a year ago.
Let's just stick this one in horrible.
It's
and move
horrible.
on.
It's horrible. It's a crazy idea for a movie.
Yes, absolutely. And I feel like this one was written because a lot of these movies they're like, okay, we need to make a movie around this song. How are we going to do that? Christmas in Killarney, which is the song I feel like they based this one off of, is one of my favorite Christmas songs. I really like. It's grown on me over the years, and to the point where it's probably one of my favorite now. They don't even do the real version of it. They do a spoken word version of it, and it's terrible. And it was upsetting.
If I recall also, in their defense a little bit, actually no, this is against them. Last year when I watched this, and I looked up afterwards because I wondered how could this be, they had a time where they were, they had previously been very successful. They said, let's try to make specials for other times of the year so that we can keep up the, interest in our work. And so I think this was supposed to be more of a St. Patrick's Day, even though it was still Christmas, Christmas quote unquote in the movie. But they were trying to expand to other seasons to
Like
we can do
Peanuts,
more than just Christmas.
but unsuccessful.
Yeah.
They just stretch themselves too thin, and you can tell, just looking back at the movies, the years where they have more than one movie they're always bad.
No.
And the years that they have more than two movies, they're all bad. So I think they just stretch themselves too thin. They need a writing team working on making one good movie.
I think what they need is solid inspiration. The source material needs to be rock solid for them to build off of. So one that we are about to talk about, Life and Adventures of Santa Claus, I don't think the source material supports the movie that they made. But something like 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, even though you didn't enjoy it as much, like, you know, that's solid source material to build off of. And things that people are very familiar with. I've never heard of Christmas in Killarney. You just said that. I didn't even remember it was in the movie. So that's a terrible thing to make a whole special about, I think. You need to have something good to base it off of. And they don't always make sure that they have something good to base it off of. Mm-hmm. And they don't seem to be good at original stories.
No. All right, let's move on. The next movie we jump ahead 4 years, and we are going to be talking about the life and adventures of Santa Claus. Ho, ho, ho. This movie bites.
This movie
it's insane.
Pretty terrible.
I said that
this one had like reminded me kind of Lord of the Rings vibe too. Maybe just because it's very fantasy.
This is their third attempt at Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
This is based on an L. Frank Baum book, and you can tell.
Yeah, I never have read Narnia, but it gives me what I think Narnia is, like vibes. Like it's like very just trippy.
Well, it's very similar to his Wizard of Oz in that there's like he's creating little races of characters that you don't care like. Yeah. It's just a fantasy story, and then they plunked Santa in it.
Yeah, like the council of like gods or whatever is interesting as like a fantasy concept, but it's like, what are we doing here? I thought this was Christmas.
Also, the plot of the story is that a panel of immortals decides that they have to kill Santa Claus, and then one of the immortals says, "Wait, he's nice. Let's not kill him. Let's make him live forever." And that's the movie. Is them discussing whether or not to kill Santa Claus.
Yeah, and then it's a court case.
How Santa was like found in the woods as a baby and raised by a fairy. And nursed by a tiger.
That
and then
was weird.
Raised by a fairy.
You can leave that out of the movie.
Yeah, the whole
you could have
thing
saved 10 minutes from Shigra is her name. I wrote that down. He's nursed by a lioness. Wow.
And there was rock monsters. Like, I don't know why.
We were in the woods.
Rock monster.
And there's a war of some sort that happened.
I had tapped out by the time they got to the war.
I don't think I finished this one. It's too long. It's too bizarre. Too much lore.
They threaten his life for making toys. He gets a like a mob hit letter that says, "If you make another toy, we're coming for you." Yeah. What?
And it's like he borrows someone's deer, and the guy's mad because he makes the deer too tired. And then he's like, a year or two later, he's like, "Wow, I wish these deer could fly." And the guy's like, "Oh, well, they can. You just didn't ask me." It's like, what?
He's pissed that the deer are tired, and then seconds later, Santa's like, "Well, can I borrow them again, though?" And he's like, yeah. "Well, yeah."
Like, I need the deer, so
yeah.
Nothing made sense.
I think this movie just fails at its core objective, which is to be entertaining for children. It's too complex. There's the motivations of the characters are too complicated for kids. There's like emotions that kids don't understand. It just doesn't work on any level in that regard.
It's definitely a horrible. And I wonder how much actual Santa lore is in the original book, because they very rarely would throw in any kind of reference to Santa and his backstory, because it's not really his life or adventures. They explained that he built his house in the Laughing Valley of Ho-ha-ho, and that's as much of the Santa Claus story you really get.
Yeah, and that he gives out toys to kids. Like that's the whole.
The only toys in the world.
Stretch. It was like bad fan fiction. They were like, I like this guy Santa. Let me write a story that's nothing like.
My favorite part of this whole thing was like the models of when I saw credits roll, the models of all the other gods. I'm like, oh, that's interesting.
The character design was cool.
Yeah, but after that, no. Okay, last one. 2001, big jump, 16 years.
And unfortunately, the final Rankin Bass movie.
Santa Baby. What do we think of Santa Baby?
Oh boy.
I actually enjoyed this one.
I figured you would.
Because of the cast, the music, the plot kind of makes it. Like there was a little bit of magic. There was like a weird talking bird for some reason. But like, it was kind of just like set in the city and with like normal people. The animation style reminded me of like other cartoons I used to watch back in the day. So that too, I think.
Can I just put out a little bit of the story for the, because this is the least, you can't tell what it is from the name. So this is the story. It takes place in a modern urban city, and there is a child whose father is a music writer, and he's got writer's block, and he wants to write a song, and he can't think of a song, so he's mean to his kid instead. And then Patti LaBelle, in the form of a bird, decides to try to grant him a song, but he's got to work for it. And that's the story.
That's it. And it's not just some bird. It's the partridge in the pear tree.
Meredith Birdsong.
I did not realize that.
That's why she's able to do all of her magic. That's all lines from...
Some of the worst shoehorning of a Christmas song into a
part.
movie I've ever experienced.
She wakes him up with, what is the horns?
Oh, yeah.
12 horns of blaring or whatever. And it doesn't wake him up.
The worst is when they, what is it, 9 maids of milking splashes milk in his face. Oh my god.
Kind of disgusting. He is humiliated to be collecting money for charity, which is the first task that he gives to her.
Yeah, that's a great Christmas message.
Mm-hmm.
You should be ashamed to help out your fellow man.
He's afraid that anyone will see him doing the Salvation Army bell ringing style of thing. And he's like, what if someone sees me? And everyone does see him.
Yeah.
His wife, who thinks it's hot.
I was just going to say, but his wife is so seduced by this inept character.
To each their own.
I guess so. The cast, you're right, is crazily incredible for what this is. The wife is Vanessa Williams. The main character, Noel, is Gregory Hines. We got Patti LaBelle as the bird. We got Eartha Kitt as a cat who doesn't need to be there.
Yeah, those.
There's other Broadway Tony Award winner. Oh God, what is his name?
Isn't Danny Bernstein?
Yes,
in it?
he's in it.
Mm-hmm.
Michael McElroy from the Rent Film Live on Broadway cast. Yeah. Everyone's here. Patti LaBelle does like go off on when they're doing the Santa Baby medley. She's wailing on that.
Yeah. I gotta say, in defense of this movie, the music's not bad. The animation is crude, but it gives you like Sunday morning cartoon sort of vibes, which...
It reminded me of Fat Albert.
Yeah, a little
the
bit,
style
yeah.
of it.
Oh, an important detail. Most of the characters in this movie are black, which is nice.
Yes.
Because only in that other one with the background family did we see that. In this one...
The movie that I hated.
Yes. Yes.
So
we know what you think of this one.
Santa Baby is silver and gold. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about this one.
It's so horrible.
I think no, it's not
What?
for me.
Oh, yeah,
I
you
would
liked
put it for the diehards because I liked it. Also, I watched this one like towards after having slugged through all of those ones that I thought were terrible, and this one to me was a little like kind of refreshing.
It's got like a burst of energy to it.
Yeah, so I would put this in Misfits because I would tell someone that's like a diehard to watch it.
I wouldn't go as far as to say it feels modern, but compared to the rest of these, it does feel very modern.
And it was a little bit, I felt like a bit of a nostalgia from like the style of it.
This does feel like I can say for certain if I had watched this in 2001, because I was watching things like this, I would have great nostalgia for this and I would love it. It's just that I didn't see it until I was an adult.
Yeah. And I can kind of also see why this sunk Rankin and Bass, because it feels like an 80s cartoon, but it came out in 2001.
Yes. Well, that's what I said. It reminded me kind of like Fat Albert for some reason, the style of it. But it was not in the same
The random townspeople rapping and such does feel very 80s.
Like the Greek chorus characters.
Yes, but instead doing a rap.
I said Jingle Bells is like a jazz hip hop traditional mashup. I loved it.
Mm-hmm. Which in Eartha Kitt does have a famous version of Jingle Bells and Santa Baby, I believe. So I guess that's why she's here.
I mean, do you really need a reason to have Eartha Kitt?
No.
Can we talk about the insane animal shelter subplot of this movie? What was going on there? That isn't one of the animals in the shelter is a reindeer.
Yeah. What is it doing in the city?
I don't think that they really have that many reindeer.
That animal will be 1,000 pounds in 6 months.
So doesn't somebody pick up the reindeer and carry it around at some point? Like the child, I think, picks it up. There's also a rabbit with a backwards cap.
So cool.
Where did he get it?
In the city.
An urban cat. It's just a crazy plot, and everything about it is crazy.
Was there a lobster? Was that one of the animals?
Yeah, because the guy wants to eat it. The superintendent is
Right.
like, you could give me the lobster with some garlic butter.
No one has a pet lobster. I'm sorry.
Some people do.
No.
They have crayfish. They're tiny little lobster.
That's a lobster.
All right, you got me there.
We really came full circle with a lot of B-52's references in this episode.
Rock lobster. Where are we ranking Santa Baby?
You guys said Misfit.
I would put it with Misfit. I did not think it was horrible, and I would recommend it for someone to watch just for kicks. Like, it wasn't hard to sit through.
It feels a lot like the Star Wars holiday special, in that like this one was obviously trying to be buried, and nobody wants to acknowledge that it exists because it's not even included on Rankin and Bass's own complete collection.
I think you could put it on in the background. Like, this is a baking cookies, decorating the tree movie.
I'm leaning Misfit, honestly. It was refreshing after because I was trying to go through these as chronologically as I could, and this was a breath of fresh air.
I think I watched it after Life and Adventures of Santa Claus, and I was like, oh, thank God.
Anything would be good after that, though.
Right? Maybe.
I know. If you listeners are planning on doing an exercise like we have done, this movie, you will agree with us that this movie's
like a palate cleanse after watching the rest of them.
I want to shout out not one of their movies, but a YouTube video I watched recently that's related that I think if you're interested in this, you may like. It's called Where Are the Rudolph Stop Motion Puppets? By L Supersonic Q on YouTube. It's about 20 minutes long. And it goes into like sort of the history of where like the Santa and Rudolph and a bunch of those puppets have ended up or not ended up. And it's very interesting to hear where they've been. Some of them are in Japan, spoiler alert, some of them are not. But you never really think about where did they go.
I have to say, I enjoyed watching bonus features on some of the DVDs because they, like that one with the interview with Rankin, they also showed how they animate. He discussed how stop motion works a little bit, like very, maybe it was a 10-minute like special feature, but it gave you a lot of background. And I watched that before I started watching Rudolph. It was on the same one with Rudolph. So like I've seen stuff just on the DVDs. It's fun to watch the DVD sets sometimes because you get that special features you don't get when you're just streaming stuff.
Yeah, a lot of these are hard to track down at all online. Like, they're not available on many of the streaming platforms, so the only place you can get them is the library. So plug for the library. That's where I was able to find them, except for Santa Baby.
Come to the library.
I got them all from the library.
Santa Baby, you have to go on the dark web and hunt around.
The dark web of YouTube
Yeah.
search. A basic YouTube search.
These days.
All right, we did it.
We did it.
So
we ranked Rankin Bass.
What's the final
you
verdict?
watched all of my films.
When did Santa get evil?
I don't know.
I'm happy that you watched them. Oh.
I need a break.
Do we have to recap our final list?
Oh, okay.
Well, because I don't think people were keeping track as they listened to this.
Listeners, shame on you for not writing this down and following us along.
Here comes the test. Okay, should I go from worst to best or best to worst? Or start in the middle?
Middle out? Yeah, let's do middle out.
Middle out. No. Best to worst I'll do. Our top tier movies. There's only 3. Rudolph, the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Frosty the Snowman, and The Year Without a Santa Claus, which I don't think any of us agreed that all of them needed to be up there. But they're there. Christmas classics. Santa Claus is Coming to Town, Twas the Night Before Christmas, Nestor the Christmas Donkey, that's it?
Long-eared Christmas donkey.
Sorry, Nestor. And Jack Frost. Misfit movies, or Skip, or Diehards, excuse me. Little Drummer Boy, The First Christmas, and Santa Baby, miraculously. And at the bottom of the barrel, Ho Ho Horrible, Frosty's Winter Wonderland, I didn't write the full names. The Stingiest Christmas Fellow, Rudolph and Frosty's Christmas in July, Leprechaun's
Christmas Gold.
Yep, and The Life and Adventures of Santa Claus, the worst one of all.
We did it.
We did it.
Time to hibernate for another year.
Yeah. Next year, let's think of a different challenge for our Christmas films. I think next year we should do movies that are on the fringe of being considered Christmas movies.
Lethal Weapon.
Okay.
Yeah, and talk about that. That might be an interesting.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll be there too.
Wow.
Santa.
Will Mel Gibson be here?
Hopefully not.
That guy.
We get one a year.
Squeezed it in last episode of the year.
Merry Christmas, everyone, and happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Happy New Year.
Tori, Steph, thank you so much for joining me. And listeners, we'll catch you next time between the shelves.